Hello, my name is Skim, and this is Ace. We are from an English rock band called Skunk and Anansie, and the song that we're going to play is from our brand new Greatest Hits album. It's one of the three new songs, and it's called Because of You from our album Smashes and Trashes out in November. Because of you, the tears dead in my eyes will freeze until I'm blind. The ice a gift from you. Because of you, the scratches on my face will never be erased by someone else's warmth. Because of you, the boys will always say bitch is back again, so none of you are safe. Because of you, the winter feeds my hurt, while summer blows and burns my disappearing youth. My love is done, never feel again. Because of love, I feel nothing. Because of you, I feel nothing. Because of you, I'll never bleed again. The agony of pain will never bruise or start. Because of you, all passion turns to light when all my lovers fed with pieces from my heart. My love is done, never feel again. Because of love, I feel nothing. Because of you, I feel because of you, because of you, because of love, I feel nothing. Because of you, I feel Well, we first started off writing this song. It actually came from the riff that's in the bridge that Cass, our bass player, came up with. And so it's weird because the song started from we thought that was going to be a chorus, and it actually sounded better as a bridge. Because when we got to the chorus, we wanted searing chords, that I could have a beautiful long note over.
Yeah, the riff was which was a bass line originally. So when it goes into acoustic guitar, we just translate it to this very Led Zeppelin-esque, actually, kind of physical graffiti kind of time. So all the parts are translated from electric to acoustic to be ringing open chords as well.
The other next part of the important song, how we wrote it, was the verse cook, because we wanted to have something that went through lots of chords, but was really hooky and that could be very beautiful as well, and that I could sing over. And that was this bit.
Yeah, so I started off first of all just playing a drone over what Cass was playing on the bass, but it ended up being more. Which was a repeating loop, which worked for the melody he was playing, and he was playing B, A, G, and then it was F sharp, A, and G on the bass. So this part works over the top of that as a melody. But so when I'm playing an acoustic version of it, because it sounds very empty, just to play this with a vocal, I've adopted Cass's root notes, but I play them in open chords. So I tend to look on the guitar for things that sound nice acoustically, that has an open chord, and I'm very lucky that it manages to run through the sequence. So. Basically, I'm following the bass notes for the chords of the verse.
And that was really lovely, because it made it really easy to sing, to find like a vocal harmony over it, because it's got a lost feeling, a feeling of despair, in the way that he plays it on the guitar, on the acoustic version, and on the version that's on the final, on the album. Because the song is about loss and despair and feeling like everything is over. So to have those chords with it worked really well.
The next part on it is the chorus. The chorus on this is played kind of barring power chords when I'm playing the electric guitar. So I'll be playing it here. So this will be like a B minor, and then to a G major, and then I'll be to a D. But I keep the E string muted on the electric version to keep the chords sounding very pure, very power chord sounding, and then on to my F sharp, F, E there. So that's the progression. But when I'm playing it acoustically, because it sounds a bit too rock power chord, and clumsy, I'll actually play it down here, and the G, I'll use an open G. The D, a full D, because it's an acoustic now, and then like the original. So it has a kind of a strange timing on it as well. So when you actually play the chorus. That's the timing. So you count the 3/4 on the end of the timing. So 3/4 back into the verse or the next chorus.
And what's really nice about that is because he's playing like really open and nice, really kind of lazy strumming. It's really beautiful to just hold a note over. And so when you get to I feel, he changes the chord and it makes it really transcending. It's like fist in the air, great feeling for when it goes there. In the chorus, it's all about the drums. So when it translates to acoustic, we have to be quite careful.
Yeah, that's right. And then the only other part which we explained about earlier on was the riff for the bridge, which originally was, which Cass was playing on the bass. I play that on the electric guitar, and I match him. We play in unison. But as I said earlier on, I tend to play a more open chord here. So. That would connect from the verse to the chorus, so I'll be. So basically, all the parts of the song are there. You start off with the copy and the bass line. That's the verse. Into the bridge. There's the bridge there. Into the chorus. That's all of the parts just repeated to go along with the vocals. So back into a verse, back into a bridge, into a chorus.
Very simple song structure.
Yeah.
Always works.
And then what we tend to do is whenever we write a song, it may evolve through acoustic guitar or a combination of acoustic and electric. So when we come back to do acoustic versions, we simplify them, and everything ends up in open chords. You know, if I'm playing an A, for instance, in a song, I may play it like this. I tend to open everything out, things like this. So everything for acoustic for Skunk, we tend to open. Like if we're playing, for instance, "Weak as I Am," you know, the electric version may be, and an acoustic version would be opened out.
Okay. And that's the theory behind Because of You on acoustic guitar. This is an old favourite, a song called Weak as I Am from the very first Skunk and Anansie album, Post Orgasmic Chill. Lost in time, I can't count the words I said when I thought they went on. All of those harsh thoughts, so unkind, 'cause I wanted you. Now I sit here, I'm all alone. So here sits a bloody mess, tears fly home. A circle of angels deep in war, 'cause I wanted you. Weak as I am, no tears for you. Weak as I am, no tears for you. Deep as I am, I'm no one's fool. Weak as I am. So what am I now but love's last home? I am all of those soft words I once owned. If I open my heart, there'd be no space for air, 'cause I wanted you. Weak as I am, no tears for you. Weak as I am, no tears for you. Deep as I am, I'm no one's fool. Weak as I am. When this tainted world did this weak young heart, am I too much for you? In this tainted world, in this weak young heart, am I too much for you? When this tainted soul, in this weak young heart, am I too much for you? Yeah, weak as I am, weak as I am, weak as I am, weak as I am. Weak as I am. Weak as I am. That was you can kind of tell some of the Skunk and Anansie songs that I kind of wrote because they're really easy to play. And the first thing I did when I got my record deal money was I went out and bought my first ever guitar, which was an old Washburn, mahogany Washburn, and I was learning to play guitar. So this guitar, the whole song is literally just the same few chords. And so what it does beautifully is the meter of the song is determined by how hard or how soft you play the guitar. And that's the only difference really between the verses and the choruses. And the chords are...
Okay, it's E, D and C. But what I do, because it is 3 chords, I tend to, on the acoustic and the electric version, is try to change the actual chords of what I'm playing to make it have a variation. So for instance, on the choruses and the beginning of the song, I'm playing this. So my E is then open, like I said before, open. And then I'm using a C shape, but moving it into a D position. So I'm playing open. So then I'm going to a G and I'm dropping down to an F sharp on the bass there. So that will replace. Makes it sound a little more interesting there. Compared to the original electric version, which is... So that's like the electric version of it. Then in the song, I will vary between those two sets of chords. So the E, D and the C there, and then for the verses, more basic and just toned down. You notice, so when I'm playing the D, I don't play the E. I'm muting the E so that I get a pure sounding D. Sometimes this note can conflict, so it's a muted E string on there. That's the verse and the chorus, and then the middle 8 is back to the big open chords. It's a G, an A. It's a C here, back to a D. But what I'm doing is I'm kind of working into the C. So that's my middle 8, and that just goes 3 times round. And at the end, I'm holding the D. So the last time will be. That's the song.
It's a very easy song to play when you're just learning how to play guitar. It's brilliant for that. I play it a lot simpler than he does.
And I think all the best songs are the simplest ones.
Exactly. I think I was learning My Love Can Tire, which is probably one of the simplest songs ever to play on the guitar, and then I came up with Weak As I Am. So thanks, Paul.
Yeah.